got Tarleton State sandwiched in the middle of those games. How hard is it for a team to get up?
Well, it's easy to overlook a team like Tarleton State. And Billy Gillespie's a heck of a coach. He's got a game plan to push and attack if nothing's there, and then they're going to run clock and kind of really put you in a predicament to keep the ball in front. And Javante Hopkins.
They just cover for each other, multiple efforts. It's
very well said.
Beautiful to watch.
Not necessarily to play against.
Not Finland.
That's right.
Great point.
Teague.
Well, they are so good in that area to play.
Still have to make shots, though. And St. Mary's made their first shot from the field. And since then, they've gone 0 for 7.
The offensive glass, putbacks, down low in the paint, moving without the ball, catching it, keeping it high, and finishing.
This pressure was a real factor in the first half. Another deflection. Kispert got a hand on it. LMU, they're having a hard time even just getting it across the midcourt line. Now the trap came. Finally, LMU, some semblance of a look, and Quintana makes it here in the first half. It's well worth repeating. I mean, Kispert's known as a three-point shooter. He's got as pure a stroke from the outside as anybody in college basketball. He is much, much more than that as an offensive player.
And he got there by work. You know, you talk to Mark Few, he tells you over and over again how hard he works.
Scott, good pass. Leah Pepe, high arcing.
Buddy. And when you start getting teams that have been perennially in the bottom to have a little energy and have a little fight to them and have success, you know, you're moving the needle in 11 months during a pandemic. Stan Johnson's done some really good things.
He comes from a very different background for most coaches.
And they trailed was early this month. It's been a while. Jordan Williams.
Scoring 94.7 per game, but ahead of last year's pace, which was tops in college basketball. But they're also playing very good defense.
Is that 1-2-1-1?
Yes, Suggs is kind of the defensive back. You see him number 1 roaming around.
They're very good jumping passing lanes, too.
Hands in the face. Hauser up top. Covered by Ayayi.
Early leads are miscellaneous. Everybody's just going to hang tough, run their stuff. Nice cut here.
Hauser in the paint. Does he get to the free throw line? He does.
Well, but when you play Florida State, Kevin, you're going to turn the ball over. You're going to have to accept that. They're so good defensively. But what the Gonzaga defense has done is they have really disrupted Florida State's offense. They're forcing turnovers at a very high rate.
Florida State 29 wins this season. And the ACC 1-4, finished 13-5. A remarkable turnaround in mid-season. Fourth, Kamaji.
Who's the most athletic guy on this ball club?
Should have him do some dusting up on the rafters while he was up there. Good move by Lafayette Dorsey.
His coaches will tell you that, you know, it's too often that he makes plays like that when the game's decided. Yep. And he's a young player, and a young player that has not played a ton of basketball in his life. And he's going to be really good, but he's got to keep plugging.
It's a pretty impressive win for Villanova against a really good Gonzaga team. But the Wildcats really in charge for just about the entire game tonight. Nice move inside.
Hey, you mentioned, Greg, it's only second trip to the free throw line of the season. Would not have expected that out of Killian Tilly at all. Gonzaga now a little three-quarter court press.
That's a good look if you're GU. You want to test the ball handling for Utah State, given how depleted they are in the backcourt.
Here's Hisby. Brown, a big physical kid. Porter Jr. now.
6 on the shot clock. Merrill's jump shot is pure and good. And Utah State hits 3, though. But look, that's the hardest call in basketball. There's a shot at the buzzer. And it goes off the glass.
I'm upset that my gift isn't here yet.
It's coming.
The gift is working with Greg again.
And guys, David Nwaba back on the floor now for Cal Poly. He was out of the game during this short little run by GU.
You know what, though? You're only down 2. You got him some rest. You know you're going to lean on him throughout the ball game.
good spots to get him a little bit of a break.
Gonzaga on a 6-0 run. Here's Nwaba again. Dan,
yeah, he was player of the year out of the state of Washington, coming out of high school, averaged over 30 points a game. Steps in and starts almost from day one. But, you know, he's a guy who just does all the little things.
And there's Texas Southern with a nice job of breaking that press.
The preseason NIT, he got in early foul trouble as well.
He doesn't look happy about it.
No, not at all.
I wouldn't talk to him for a while.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't look at him.
Well, if you saw him walking off the floor, he was saying some words and definitely not English.
Oh, the lob and the finish by Devontae up.